environmental pollution is a rapidly growing challenge globally, most especially in coastal areas. In Lagos, Nigeria, Makoko, Isasi, and Ojede communities, as well as its lagoons and other waterways, are gravely affected by the pollution from excessive growth of this water pest, which affects the major economic activities like fishing and water transportation.
In urban centers like Lagos, indiscriminate disposal of plastic also compounds the challenge of pollution and its attendant effects like flood, loss of lives and properties, and as we know, a great contributor to global warming. These plastic cause blockages in drainages on highways and prevent the free flow of water during heavy rainfalls, and some are washed into the sea where they deprive aquatic lives of oxygen and seep into their bodies, killing them.
Many attempts have been made to mitigate the environmental pollution. However, these are usually capital intensive and are not easily accessible to many rural and urban communities in Africa.
Enactus University of Lagos, having pondered, scrutinized and brainstormed on these twin causes of environmental pollution in our world, has come up with an innovative solution to tackle not just the accumulation of plastic and water hyacinth menace, but those of other waste in the process of entrepreneurial solution. These interventions are not capital intensive, therefore accessible while leveraging on existing traditional skills, scientific knowledge, and breakthrough in sustainable energy.
The solutions preferred by Enactus University of Lagos are productive. They will not only have environmental but social and economic impacts both on the Enactus Unilag team and our target community. We introduce to you Project Green Dream, which has two streams.
First, watercraft. Oworiomi. In this project, waste which are environmental pollutants such as PET bottles, styrofoam packages, plastic containers, discarded fabrics, old discarded tires, and cartons are combined with water essence to produce crafts which include household pieces like furniture, decoration, bedside lamps, phone cases, and others.
Our members scouted the streets on our university campus, picked up every available indiscriminately disposed plastic items, solicited lecturers and artisans in the wider community for waste materials. To make these crafts, water essence are first harvested from water bodies where they cause a nuisance. These items are cleaned. The water essence also cleaned and dried to sanitize them. After this process, the dried water essence are twisted to produce yarns of twines that are used to make selected crafts ready for sale.
This arm of our project means that 1. PET bottles and other waste materials we use now have commercial values, which means that they are additional incentive for engaging the youth in our communities and students of our campus to collect and exchange them for money. 2. Water essence has an immediate commercial value to the local people who are first directly affected by its infestation and pollution of their communities.
Create 3 areas of job opportunities. First, harvesting of water essence and collection of plastic waste in exchange for money from those who use them to those who process them to make craft. Secondly, processing of water essence and making them into twines and sold to craftsmen and craftswomen. And lastly, making of crafts from a combination of plastic and other waste materials. Our target audience for the water essence crafts are students of the University of Lagos and our university community for the biogas. However, the underprivileged riverine communities are the ultimate beneficiaries of the craft. This is because of its capacity to provide an income-earning vocation and its export potentials for both Enactus University of Lagos community and any community we transfer the skills to, because it is of high demand in the craft market. With this project, we will be solving a crucial part of environmental waste issues that have negatively impacted rural and urban areas, while providing jobs for the underprivileged and creating a safer world for all to live in.
Currently, we are at the pilot stage of these innovations and still beta testing within the Enactus University of Lagos student community to estimate the requirements for each stage of the project and ascertain profitability and sustainability. We have conducted a need assessment of a few communities in Lagos that are in desperate need of this intervention. And our next step is transferring these useful skills to beneficiaries in their communities that will generate income for them, thereby giving them financial freedom, which will ultimately improve their social status while making the environment free of pollution through the great potential of our entrepreneurial intervention.
These beneficiaries have the opportunity to make economic gains in different ways. If they choose only to harvest water hyacinth pests from the water bodies and sun-dry them to sell to local craft artisans, they can make up to 10,000 naira for every 1,000 dried stem. And because water hyacinth is easily accessible to them, they can sell up to 120,000 dry stem in a year, thereby increasing their yearly revenue to approximately 1.2 million, a whopping 500% as an average monthly family earning in this rural area. Our beneficiaries can choose to make the sun-dried water hyacinth into twines or make them into crafts like placemats, home decor pieces, tissue holders, all of which sell for a relatively higher price in the craft market. The Water Hyacinth project directly addresses SDG 6, which is clean water and sanitation, SDG 7, affordable and clean energy, SDG 13, climate action, and SDG 14, life below water.
In our team, we search for opportunities and what we can do to make both our immediate environments and larger communities a better place for us all. What did we see? What did we do? Through our innovative solution, Enactus, we will preserve excess tomatoes through the off-season by converting them to flakes, thereby making tomatoes readily available to consumers all year round.
According to information given to us by the University of Lagos Counseling Unit, about 22% of the students of the University of Lagos can barely afford one meal a day, as the cost of food occasioned by high cost of foodstuff, of which tomatoes is an important component, is astronomical. This is the case for up to 70% of the Nigerian population. In 2016, Nigeria witnessed one of our worst tomato scarcity in history. Some called it the tomato Ebola, where a single tomato bulb cost even more than a liter of petrol. We witnessed an inflation rate of over 600% and the cost of tomatoes. Today, things are much worse.
Just like other products transported from the northern part of Nigeria, tomatoes are scarcely available. When they are available, even during its seasons, they are expensive. We were puzzled by the fact that a huge quantity of tomatoes are being dumped daily. A large amount got spoiled during the long journey from the north to Lagos, and the consumer pay for this in the high pricing. Tomatoes are made of 95% water, and by the time they are transported, heat and vibration make the tomatoes decompose fast. This doesn't seem like much of a problem in peak periods of tomato season. However, like was seen in the extreme case of 2016, it was a huge problem when tomatoes are not available in the north. Therefore, down here in the south, it becomes good and its price skyrockets. This creates unnecessary challenges for farmers, wholesalers, retailers, and even the end users. Researchers estimate a demand gap of 500,000 tomatoes in Nigeria annually due to the wastage of over 45% of the produced tomatoes during its season. Among other reasons, inadequate storage of this product during peak harvest period is responsible for the loss by local farmers.
Our needs assessment confirmed the gradual pattern shift of consumers to packaged and readily available food products due to the social and economic demands of the 21st century. It also revealed the need for tomato-derived products devoid of preservatives and other chemicals often used in tomato paste available in the market. At Enactus Unilag, we believe that the solutions we create must be able to solve real-life challenges that the everyday man faces. We swung into action and brainstormed on what we could do. The answer to this challenge was refractants window dryer method.
The refractants window dryer is an innovative technology which is strategically important due to its ability to regulate itself and yield products which retain their nutritional quality, aroma, color, and flavor without the need to add a chemical preservative. The tomato flakes can then be mixed with water to form paste by the final consumers. Another benefit of the tomato flakes is that it can last for more than 6 months as long as they are sealed, kept in optimal cool and dry conditions. Our research also reveals even more advantages.
Some of the advantages are: this process requires lower capital and running costs. 2, it is energy efficient with low water usage. 3, it preserves air quality around operating environment and does not generate exhaust dust. 4, rapid drying with large throughput. In the previous years, we packaged the first samples and pushed them into the target market area to get additional feedback on the actual product. it proved promising.
Whereas her focus at the start of the project had largely been market traders, her solution was to tackle the environmental nuisance that the dumped tomato causes in all markets, but especially in Mine 12 market, which is the major tomato market. In time past, at least 3 of every 10 basket purchased deteriorate to the conditions where they were sold for a loss. Sometimes they deteriorate so badly that they could not even be sold at all. Her method will eliminate the wastage completely, as tomatoes can be converted to flakes before they deteriorate. Project Enactus meets the 3 judging criteria of Enactus and the global pillars of sustainability:
People, profit, planet.
Economically, it will cut down on wastage and its accompanying losses, in addition to diversification of the marketers' and retailers' source of income from one single product. There will be growth in profit margins. More than 80,000 tons of tomato paste are imported in Nigeria annually. That converts to 18 billion naira. We are glad to announce to you that when our solution is employed here in Nigeria, not only would we ensure that money stays within the Nigeria economy, we would also easily create an estimated 10,000 jobs across industries from the north to the south, which translates to even more people empowered both directly and indirectly.
Socially, an increase in profits of up to 250%, where tomato sellers can earn so much more, will translate into improved quality of life and standard of living. Employed on a large scale, we would substantially eliminate the avoidable wastage of 45% of tomatoes harvested annually in Nigeria, which consequently is more than enough to close the annual demand gap of tomatoes in Nigeria.
Project Green Dream and Enactus,
using our entrepreneurial solutions to make our world better.
We are Enactus, University of Lagos.